There's been a series of deadly suicide attacks in Afghanistan and Australian-controlled Uruzgan province tonight. At least 17 people were killed when 3 suicide bombers and a group of gunmen attacked official buildings and a militia base in Tarin Kot. The Taliban has claimed responsibility for the attacks, and joining us now from Kabul is the ABC's Afghanistan correspondent Sally Sara. Sally, what is the latest we're hearing?
Well, these attacks have gone on for some hours in Tarin Kot. It began with explosions near the office of the Deputy Governor, and then there were also attacks near the central television radio station and also near the compound of local militia leader Matiullah Khan. These explosions were followed by heavy gunfire. There were exchanges of fire between Afghan forces and the insurgents. Coalition military helicopters were hovering overhead, and Australian and coalition commanders have been closely monitoring this situation as it's unfolded. But it's been a very serious attack in Tarin Kot this afternoon, local time.
Sally, who was the target for these attacks?
It's unclear at this stage. The Taliban have claimed responsibility. As you said, they got into close to the Deputy Governor's office and then very close to Matiullah Khan's office. He's an important figure and power broker in Uruzgan. He's the nephew of Jan Muhammad Khan, an advisor to President Karzai, who was assassinated less than 2 weeks ago. So there are a lot of connections between those in power in Afghanistan, and this is another very serious attack.
As you mentioned, there's been a string of attacks on prominent Afghan officials and figures. What's the connection here?
A lot of these attacks have been focused in southern Afghanistan, particularly in Kandahar. This attack today in Tarin Kot not only going after high-profile figures, but as often happens tragically, it's civilians who are caught in the middle of this. And there's been a lot of sadness this afternoon with the death of Ahmed Ekpawak, who was a BBC and Pajwok journalist and also worked as a freelancer for the ABC, gathering some material earlier in the year. So it's very, very sad as this story is unfolding.
And Sally, just finally, why would Matiullah Khan be a target?
He's a man who has many friends and many enemies. We're yet to establish exactly what has happened. These attacks were also close to the state-run media offices as well. So in the next few hours, it'll become clear exactly what's happened as the local officials tried to get this situation under control.
Sally, we'll have to leave it there, but thanks very much for that update. Sally Sara in Kabul.